Self-portraits or selfies are having a bit of a moment. Facebook, Twitter and Instagram are stuffed with self-portraits taken with shaky iPhones at the end of someone's arm, and it's now the norm to snap yourself out and about and then share the highs and lows of your daily grind on social media. Self-portraits are good fun, and if you give yourself a bit of time for preparation and use a decent camera, they can also be a really useful way of practicing photographic techniques and getting creative with new portrait ideas. In fact, many college students frequently use self-portraits for their coursework assignments. Today I'm going to walk you through a couple of different ideas that are simple to set up, including a classic headshot that's fantastic for adding to your photography website or a CV, natural portraits outdoors, and some silly ideas for fun Facebook profile pictures. I'm starting indoors with a classic black and white headshot. A plain wall works well as a background, and I've set my camera up on a tripod in front of me. The easiest way to take shots hands-free is by using an infrared or radio remote. I'm using the all-new wireless Nikon WR-A10 with my Nikon D5200, which gives a range of about 20 meters. You just press the button when you want to take a shot, and as long as you've chosen the right focus point in advance, you can even focus remotely by half pressing the remote trigger. But there's no need for extra equipment. Instead, you can set your camera to self-timer release mode. With this, it's best to focus first, so place a stand-in such as a toy in the shot and focus on that before you hit the shutter button and get into position. Experiment with lighting to change the effect. I've got a small portable light set up to one side of me that I'm using to highlight my face, but a window or an iPad would also work well as a flattering light source. Once you've had a go at a basic portrait, head outdoors with your camera and tripod and see what other selfies you can take. Taking photos of yourself outdoors can feel really daunting at first, but the more shots you take, the less self-conscious you'll feel. You could always take a friend for moral support. Just remember that if they press the shutter, it's no longer your picture or even a self-portrait. I've come to a quiet part of the park to take a full body shot of myself. It can feel hard to pose naturally at first, but persevere. The more poses you try, the more natural it will feel. Lean towards the camera and angle your body slightly sideways for a more flattering pose, and try to think of something funny so you end up with a more genuine smile. Just make sure that if you're using a remote, it's not in the shot. You could even pull silly faces or poses if you're after a more informal shot. Check the back of the camera at intervals and tweak your settings as you go. Think about how you want to express your personality and experiment. For example, there's no need to actually feature your face in a shot. You could show off your passion for photography by holding up your camera to your eye, or you could concentrate on one part of your body, such as your eyes or your feet. I've spent the afternoon playing around with my photography equipment and props that I had lying around. My 10 to 20mm wide-angle lens, for example, lets me create wacky, distorted shots that look cartoonish and fun, whilst face paints or props like this bowler hat make for eye-catching shots full of character. Whatever you're playing around with though, try to avoid distracting backgrounds and scenery. Your shots, after all, should be all about you.